For by the works of the law, no human being will be justified in his sight, since through the law comes knowledge of sin. It's the crux of the matter. Through the works of the law, no one will be justified. The law brings the knowledge of sin, but not the cure for our sin. Justification by faith. This is the crux of the matter. This is what separates Christianity from every other religion in the world. Because every other religion in the world, regardless of what the tenets of that religion may be, regardless of whom they claim as their God, regardless of what their worship looks like, every religion in the world basically offers the same solution. And it is this: you need to have some kind of religious experience. And then from that moment forward, you need to do more good things than bad things, and then hope for the best when you die. That's every other religion in the world in a nutshell. Is it an oversimplification? Oh, only slightly. Essentially, that's what every other religion argues. You need to have a religious experience. That looks different in different religions. It looks different for the Hindu than it does for the Muslim, etc., etc. But it is, you need to be initiated. You need to have some religious experience. That's the first step. And then when you've had that experience, when you've been initiated into the religion, what do? Do more good things than bad things, and then hope for the best when you die. That's it. That's it. And unfortunately, for many people who claim to be Christians, that's actually their theology as well. I'm a Christian. Why? Because I had an initiation. I had an experience. I prayed a prayer. I walked an aisle. I got dunked in some water. Well, then how do you know you're going to heaven when you die? Well, because I do more good things than I do bad things. And although I can't, guarantee, I'm hoping for the best. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of people perceive of Christianity. That's how a lot of people live their life as a so-called Christian. But something's missing. And what's missing is this great doctrine of justification. What's missing is the centrality of the cross of Christ. What's missing is the reality of Christianity. It's the heart of Christianity. And though there are many who want to remove that heart, that essence of Christianity, and still call it Christian, without this, there is no Christianity at all. Justification brings the righteousness that the law requires but cannot give. Justification brings the righteousness that the law requires but cannot give. You see that in the first part of our text. But now the righteousness of God has been manifested apart from the law, although the law and the prophets bear witness to it. The law and the prophets bear witness to this righteousness, but this righteousness is a righteousness apart from the law. It's a righteousness that the law cannot give, that the law cannot achieve. The law can let you know that you are not righteous, but the law cannot make you righteous. The law can only remind you of your inability to be righteous in and of yourself. And this is the great folly of those who try to justify themselves by being good enough, because you are not good enough. In order for something to be righteous, it has to be the right thing, done the right way, for the right reason. And here is the great irony of self-justification. The God who created the world and who gave us his perfect law requires perfect obedience to the law, and not only perfect obedience to the law, but perfect obedience to the law to the glory and honor of God himself. That's our motivation. Well, if you are trying to justify yourself by keeping the law, you are actually trying to rob God of his glory by being that which only God can be. You lose before you even start. You're not righteous. And you can't get there from here. And this is the great problem with all of those other religions of the world. One, have your religious experience. Okay, fine, we can all do that. Two, from now on, do more good things than you do bad things. Well, that's a problem. I don't do that. You don't do that either. Because here's what I know about all of us fallen men. Even when you do so-called good things, you often do them with wicked motives. And then when you do the good thing, or I do the good thing, we are proud of the fact that we've done the good thing. Now the pride is another sin we got to make up for. It's a never-ending cycle. It brings no assurance, and it gives you no rest.